Okay, so today I'm going to make old-fashioned bread pudding, or the bread pudding recipe that I've always used. I've got my French bread here. I normally get Walmart's because it's a little bit thicker than this, but I was at Rouse's. So I've got 2 loaves of French bread. I got 2 cups of sugar. I've got my vanilla, my cinnamon, 5 eggs, and a stick and a half of butter. I've got 2 cups of cream. I forgot to get cream, so I substituted the heavy whipping cream with a half and half of milk. For the caramel icing or caramel sauce, I've got 2 sticks of butter and a heaping cup of packed brown sugar. I'm gonna get all this cut up, put in the bowl, and we will go from there. Okay, so I've got my 5 eggs, butter, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, about a tablespoon of cinnamon, and my cream slash half and half milk and heavy whipping cream. So I'm going to get this poured. You can see it filled up the pan. Normally I do a 9 by 13 pan, but I knew that the Rouse's bread was bigger, so I did make a little extra, and so I wanted to make sure the pan was big enough. I'm going to get this mixed up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like before we put it in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. Okay, so got it all mixed up. As you can see, all the bread looks nice and wet now. What I like to do before I throw it in the oven is I like to just sprinkle a little bit more cinnamon over the top, simply because I like the taste of cinnamon. So you can make this for an event you have going on. You can make it for breakfast, anything like that. I like to make it just as a dessert because everybody likes it so much. Just let me say, I am not a professional baker or cook or anything like that. I'm just a Southern lady that likes to cook, and out of 6 kids, I'm the only one who cooking took. So I don't know, I'm almost 60, and I don't want my recipes or these old-fashioned recipes that have been passed down to disappear when I'm gone. So maybe one day my grandson will be looking at this and go, oh, I remember when Mama made that. So hey, if you want to learn some Southern dishes and just go along with me, then you're more than welcome. But again, I'm not a professional here. I just enjoy it, y'all. So I'm going to get this in the oven, 350 for about 20 minutes. I'm going to check it, and I will show you how it looks when it comes out, and we will start making our caramel sauce. You can add a little bit of rum to that and make it a rum caramel sauce, but we're just going to do the straight caramel sauce. All right, hold on a minute. Okay, so this is my 2 sticks of butter and a heaping cup of packed brown sugar. You're going to want to bring this to a boil and stirring continuously because you want to make sure the butter and the brown sugar can join so they're not all, clumpy. So once that comes to a boil, if you're going to put rum, now would be the time you put a 1/3 cup of rum, and you would cook it down. You'd burn off the rum basically until you stop smelling rum. But again, I just like just the caramel sauce. Okay, and then you're going to put 2 cups of half and half in here. I like to put a cap full of my vanilla. Just going to stir this. Again, it's not going to look like it's going to blend too well right now. That's why you kind of start this. I usually start it as the bread pudding's cooking. So by the time the bread pudding is done, it will be nice and thickened. It will still be runny. It's not going to be caramel. It's a caramel sauce. I remember the first time I made this for my mother-in-law and father-in-law, God rest their soul. They both said, can I just have a straw and then I'll just drink this sauce? Because what I like to do is I like to just pour some of the sauce over each piece of bread pudding instead of just pouring it over the bread pudding and making it real soggy. But again, that's something that I've always done. Some people like to just pour it on as soon as the bread pudding is done, and that way the bread pudding has the time to kind of absorb it and make it more of a compact texture. But I like my bread pudding, I like the bread to kind of be a little bit crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside, and then you pour the sauce over it, and yummy city. So I'm going to get this cooked down, and then once I get the bread pudding out of the oven, I'll pull it out, and we will go from there. Okay, just got out of the oven. It's been in for approximately 20-25 minutes. Hear that? That's nice and crunchy on the outside. You get down here and it's going to be still nice and soft on the inside. So this is the sauce. As you can see, it did thicken up. It's not as coarse, not as thick as caramel, but it shouldn't be. It should be more like a sauce. So I'm going to get a scoop out me a little bit. I'm going to show you here how I like to do it. Just get you a scoop. Ouch, it was hot. Pour you some caramel sauce. Sprinkle a wee bit of cinnamon. And you've got you some nice, juicy bread pudding. One bite. Like I said, you can also take and you can pour this sauce over it, and then as it sits, your bread pudding will be, of course, it will, it'll get softer. It'll become more, more like a pudding, I guess. I just like it this way because as this cools, you can still take some. You could put you some in a bowl or a plate, and you can warm up some of this sauce. You could pour it over the top, put your little scoop of ice cream, and you've got your cold, you've got your hot. Anyway, it's delicious, I promise. So if you want to give it a shot, give it a shot. If you have any questions, just put a comment down below, and I will answer them. All right, y'all, I'm enjoying me a piece of me. See, that's why I'm not a professional, because I cannot talk half the time. I'm going to enjoy this little bit of bread pudding right here, bring some over to my mom and dad, and I will see y'all later.